Alright guys, I am back and we are getting ready to make some flan. So in this pan here I have 3/4 of a cup of sugar, and what we're going to do is make some caramel with that. And you kind of want to make your caramel, sorry my nose itches, I got a little bit of cold. I got a flour on me from making pie dough. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start this on a low burner, about medium heat. And I'm not going to stir it or anything, just let it get going. I'm going to stir it once it starts making caramel, and you're going to want it pretty dark because it's going to go in this pan. In the bottom part I got a little condensed milk in there, but you're going to put a caramel on the bottom here, and then you're going to make a custard and it goes over the top. Then you cover it in foil and you put it in a water bath, 350 degrees for an hour and 15 minutes, and that's all it is. And the flan is basically the sugar in here. Then you have 1 1/4 cups of whole milk. You have a can of sweetened condensed milk, the 14-ounce can. You have 4 large eggs, and I'm going to do a little pinch of salt just to bring out the sugar, and also some really good vanilla, because we're just making a vanilla flan. And then I bake it for an hour and a half. So that's what we're going to do. So right now I have steam coming up on my oven because I have it on preheating, and I have the water already in there in the water bath, so I can just set the flan stuff down into it. So I'm just getting this starting to get caramel. See, it's still sugar. And you have to be really, really careful too, because this stuff gets it's like lava. So you have to be really, really careful that you don't get any on you, because it will seriously burn you. So be very, very careful when you're making sugar into caramel or candy or anything like that. So this is going to get to a dark color. I didn't add anything else to it, just the sugar, and that's it. No water, just plain old sugar. I've got my milk over here already measured out. I'm just literally putting a half a teaspoon of salt. So I've got 1 1/4 cups of milk. I've got this I'm going to put in there, the eggs, and then the vanilla. But I want to get this going first, and then we'll put everything else together. So let me get this cooking, and then I'll be right back with y'all. Okay, so the sugar is now starting to melt. As you can see, it's starting to glob up a little bit, and it's going to get liquid. It will turn to liquid. Sugar is actually measured in a liquid form. It's considered a liquid. So anyway, I'm getting this all starting to really get it going. And then the darker it gets, you have to watch it though. Once it starts getting full liquid and starting to get dark, it can burn very, very quickly. So you really have to keep an eye on it. You can't be walking away and just letting this go, because you have to really baby this. You have to keep an eye on everything. So I'll show you. It's getting more and more liquefied, as you can see. I'm just letting it get liquefied here, and once it gets down a little further, I'll show you how it usually takes about 5 or 10 minutes, but I'll show you guys here in just a few minutes. Okay, it's almost completely liquefied. Just a little bit longer. It won't, I mean, it literally goes in seconds. It goes so quickly. Once it's liquefied, it goes really, really fast. So we'll get this done, and we'll start on our custard. See how it's getting liquefied now? You've got to get that a lot darker though. So I'll be back in just a couple minutes. Okay, so it's just completely liquefied now. Now I'm going to get it to where it's going to start, you're going to start smelling that caramel. I wish you had smell-o-vision, really, I do. It would be so cool. Because the smell of caramelized sugar is just, it's really, really good. Now, like I said, you want to be very careful. I have this on like medium, between medium, low, and medium heat, because you don't want it to just go up real fast like that, because it will literally just burn on you in a heartbeat. So see how it's getting darker, like that. So I'm going to get it a little darker than that, because you want it to have Sometimes it's almost like it has a burnt taste, but it's not. It's just on the verge of it, I think. Um, that's how I've always noticed it when I bought it from the store before. So, in fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off and just let the pan's residual heat keep doing this. As you can see, it's really gotten nice and dark. All that is just white granulated sugar. That's it. 3/4 of a cup, and you just literally let it go until it gets dark. And I'm thinking it's just about at the right color. I might go a little bit darker. I think I'm going to put it on just medium low here. Sorry, Sophie's barking. She barks all the time. So, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in this pan and swirl it around in the pan so it covers the entire pan on the bottom. Because what we do once it's done, you flip it upside down. So that's pretty cool. I think we are just about there. Alrighty. What do y'all think? Think that looks good? Leave me some comments below. Alright, so I've got this ready to go. I'm going to put it in this pan. I'm going to swirl it around a little bit. Just make sure you don't get any of this on you because it is lava. It is super duper hot, y'all. So you got to be really careful. Your pan's going to be really hot too. Let me put some water in this. Okay, so see how I got it in the pan? And you want to swirl it around. I got a little bit of cooking spray in here too, so it's not gonna, but that's what you want to do. This pan is super duper hot. But that's all done. So now we're gonna start on our custard. I'm gonna set that back there, and I've got 1 1/4 cups of whole milk, and I've got 5 eggs. I'm gonna go ahead and stir that in now, or scramble them in. I'm just using a fork. I'm going to go ahead and set that over there without burning my finger. That hurt. That did. I grabbed it from the bottom and it was quite warm. It was quite warm. I have to use heating pads or something. Like I said, that sugar is very, very, very hot. So, I kind of messed up my pan though. I usually have asbestos fingers, but not today. The whole pan is heated up, so that's okay. Anyway, we're getting our eggs all mixed up in here, and then I've also got a whole can of sweetened condensed milk. Not evaporated milk, sweetened condensed milk. This is what's going to sweeten your custard as well. So you don't add any sugar to this because it's already quite sweet. So I'm just adding the whole can in here. You want to scrape it out. Make sure you get all the goodness out. You've never had sweetened condensed milk like on a cracker or something. Oh my God, it's so good. It really is. It's very, very good. You can also take and put it in a water bath and make caramel with it. A sort of caramel. Dulce de leche, I think they call it. Anyway, so I've got that in there. And now I'm going to put some vanilla, and I'm just mixing it all together. And it calls for a tablespoon of vanilla, so you can just use your lid. I like to put just a smidgen extra, just because vanilla is so good. And this is really good vanilla I got from Mexico, so. You can use any kind of vanilla you like. They have even vanilla that's not colored. But see, you can see I've got it all mixing up in here, and when I get it all mixed up, we'll be back to strain it. Okay, so I've got it all strained and it's in the oven, and that's all it is to making custard. For you want to strain it so you get all the bits and pieces out of it, egg yolk that didn't mix up or anything like that. So I've strained it, I put it in the oven, and unfortunately you won't get to see it until in the morning when it's set and I flip it out on the plate. We'll flip it out on the plate together. Love you guys so much. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.